Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are. It's almost been 4 months, Jesus. Let's be honest, the main reason I've been putting this off is because I tend to connect this entire project with everything that envelops it. Most notably, the video editing that I also do. And I've lost basically most interest in doing that. So I've also been just holding this off because, because if you need to do this, first you need to edit your videos and get up to date with your videos. And then that becomes a big thing, and now we're 4 months past, and it's also been busy. Like, my work has been picking up again, and I've not really had a proper moment to stream anymore. To put up the hood a little bit, or give you a little bit of a look under the hood, I've been basically struggling with burnout for almost a year now, at least work-related burnout, so to speak. And back half a year ago, I was still very much in a place where doing a lot of work was not really feasible for me, at least. And I'm much closer to just no longer having those issues. Consequence, of course, being that I don't really have time to do stuff like this anymore. On top of that, my volleyball has been, my sport has just been picking up, the competition has started again. That takes evenings. I've been doing, more coaching on that front as well, so that takes more evenings, and, it tends to stack up. I've been doing a little bit more with friends and everything, yeah, so I'm making excuses, and I'm stalling. And I'm stalling for something where I don't have an awful lot of time. For me, it's currently 9 p.m. and I don't intend to stream awfully long. The main thing I want to do is just catch up on what I have available, or what I have prepared. That said, with as long as it has been, I did have a lot of time to prepare. So I've prepared, let me make sure that I say correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fights, if I'm correct. Basically all the way up to the Weather Institute. The front door of the Weather Institute is where I expect to end up today. Everything should be ready. I've not double-checked recently, but I do remember double-checking at the time. So that's gonna be the plan for today. The first fight that actually... Before anything else, let me give a bit of a recap as to where we are. Where we are right now is this the squad we have right now. Let me see. Okay, I wanted to double check if I missed anything. Okay. Currently, this is the box. We have barely a full box worth of squad. We've had 5 Pokemon that have sadly not survived so far. This one stings the most, Milo, due to how it happened. And as you can see, it's 3 fighting types. Holy shit, Tyranitar, probably. But we also have a fair few good mons here, between Hamilton, who's been an absolute goat for this run, Cress and Melly, both of which are gonna be really, really good. And also just Lana, Primarina is an Elite 4 mon, and it's gonna come to a lot of fights. And there's so much more. There is so much more. But the focus for today is going to be the fights. And to get through the fights, I want to make sure that I check which one was the one we did most recently. I'm not entirely certain. Based on my notes, it's going to be either Lydia, who I do not have queued up at the bottom there, or it's Greg. If it is Greg, it's going to be the easiest fight you'll see today, because it's Hamilton Gaming. The end. If it's Lydia, the one before it, then that does have like a bit more of a line. But I see a Pixie Plate Primarina in the front, so I wouldn't be surprised if I actually did this one already. Looking at it, I was supposed to bring like a backup for shit. One second, I'm getting spammed somewhere. Hello there, Doodle. I am currently preparing for I'm currently playing Run and Bun. This is one of the hardest Pokemon games, or custom Pokemon games. I need to make sure that I say correctly. This is one of the hardest ROM hacks ever made, basically. And I have been playing this game for a while. I've been absent for a long minute. And that, yeah, this is my first stream back in a long time. So I've been preparing some things, and I want to go through a few fights today that I have prepared. If I tried the new Pokemon game, not yet. I've had a big purchase in terms of games recently, so ZA has not really been has not really been a priority for me to play. I'm gonna put it like on my Christmas list for like myself and friends and shit, and maybe play it then. Like, I've heard good things from people around me, but I don't know, modern Pokemon has kind of been iffy for me. So yeah, I've not really played it much. As for this being my first stream, yes and no. My first in 4 months. I've streamed for a while. I'm like halfway through this game, and like I've streamed the entirety of this game in like the past 5 attempts. It is, I believe, 5 attempts. Yeah. So yeah, I've been streaming for a bit, but it's just been a while. Anyway, I was getting ready. Getting the team ready. That should be, I had a backup as a grass type, a ground type, and a steel type written down. But in practice, it should just be the first 2 in that team that should be able to do it. Let's clean up the items, barring the Ampharocyte, because that's generally not something I'll be using. And here we go. Okay. First fight, Lydia. Let's get this going. Why are you not showing your face? I'm a shy person. I am partially also a shy person, definitely. And like, I just don't want my face attached to my YouTube and Twitch and everything. So yeah, I've been doing it without a face, basically. Call it like being cognizant of privacy, I guess. Anyway, who was... Okay, you had that was the Loftus guy. I remember that. One sec while I quickly take a look at what was the last match. Then you have... Okay, this is... Lydian? Oh, it's not Lydia, it's Lydian? Huh. Lydian. Okay, yeah, then this is a fight that I did do, so I... PNG tubes, you know, I know what it is. I'm not interested in it. I just don't. I'm not into VTubing or whatever. Like, there's a few that are, like, fun to watch or, like, fun to see. Partially, like, especially the higher end ones, you can see that there's a lot of, like, love put into it, so to speak. I'm not saying that lower end can't have that, it's just I don't care for it. At least not for myself. This is very much just like I do this fun thing every once in a while, so I'm not really interested in investing in it, basically. Okay, but knowing that I did do that fight, I need to get the right mon. Well, so let me do that, because the next fight was going to be Hamilton Gaming, and then I need to, you know, get Hamilton. I'm from the Netherlands. Been living here my entire life, so yeah. Okay, let's grab Hamilton. Hamilton is gonna need to do 3 things, and that's click Rock Slide 3 times. Most boring fight of today. But hey, rather be the first one than somewhere straight in the middle, right? Anyway, this is all I need. I'm gonna double check that I'm correct on that, if that's all I need. But that should be all I need. Where is he? Let me put on the color that should help me. There he is. Hamilton. Rock Slide guarantees an OCO, and he is slower, so he does need an item. Second Mon, he is faster, Rock Slide kills. He's faster, Rock Slide kills. Easy. I do need to give him, where is the berry? I need to give it a cherry berry. It's not that I don't like V2, like the concept, it's more that I just don't care for it. Like, I don't care for it, I think is the better way to put it. It's not something I find important for myself. Because I think that's where you want to go, and if that's what you're trying to do, I'm not interested. Anyway, time for this first fight. And this fight is going to go real quick. Let's just get it over with. Not even gonna show what I have, because it's going to be real simple to see and to do. Greg would like to battle. Greg has a Galvantula, who is decently fast. And for that reason, I needed like a little bit of an item, but in practice, this first turn, Galvantula should be clicking Sticky Web. Regardless of what happens, Rock Slide kills it. And indeed, it's Sticky Web. Even if this Rock Slide were to not kill, you know, whatever. There it goes, 1 down, 2 to go. And this is going to be down the line. Honestly, this is one of the few fights where you can just kind of speed up and just say, okay, Rock Slide, Rock Slide, Rock Slide, and we're done. Wow, that was so interesting. Let's move on to the 2 more serious ones, shall we? So the next one is... where is it? Oh man, do I need to switch bikes? I need to switch bikes. Okay, let's do it. So, this next one is honestly equally easy. Do I have the team with me that I needed? 1 sec, let me check. I need Hamilton and Gyarados, and I just need to give them items. I don't have the team already. That's easy. Don't even need to adjust anything. Because the next fight, I might as well just show it off. Because where is it? Here it is. Not a boring fight, it's 3 bugs. and I have a strong fire type and a strong rock type in one. What more do you need? Okay, you kind of need a little bit more because one of them actually threatens to Oko Hamilton, and I don't have enough damage in return thanks to the rain. But we've got something for that. I needed to go back for the bike. Ugh. I said it out loud, and I just forgot that I need to go back for the bike specifically. Okay. And here we switch it. Switching bikes. Here we have the acro bike. Now we can do jumpy jumps. And wheelies and whatnot. Very, very interesting to do. Like, I never understood why you needed 2 bikes. For, like, why they needed to have 2 bikes in this game. One of the best things Auras did for this game was allow you to have both bikes at the same time. Genuinely. Like, aside from, like, the general modernization of the game, you know. Anyway. Here we have the next fight, and for that I need to give 2 items. Let me double check. It is a charcoal for Hamilton, and a mystic water for Misty. And those 2 are the only mons that are going to come to this fight. I'm going to double check that there's not something I missed, but this one was, I recall, very, very, very easy as well. Because the first one, let me get Gary as well. Okay. The first one, Flare Blitz KOs Wormadam. The end. The plant cloak. Then Sandy comes in because that actually lives and threatens a KO with Earthquake. Then we can go to Gara on the Earthquake, and with a Mystic Water, Gara does kills, and then we go back to Hamilton, the last one, and he can kill easily with Flare Blitz. Charcoal boosted. Yeah, okay. I didn't miss anything. Then here we go. We're the Mimic Circle. No, you're not. Nope. You've been moved from the circle. And you don't move. Brent loves Wormadam and has all the Wormadams under the world. That includes the Plant Cloak, who dies to a Flare Blitz. And that is 1. Bye-bye. Oh no, he uses his White Herb? Yeah, one of the weirdest things, like one of the weird visual issues with this game. There's not many, that's a big one. Brent loves Wormadam, here's a Sandy one. Sandy threatens an Earthquake, so we switch to Misty. Who intimidates it, and therefore takes the Earthquake. Oh no, it could do it anyway. And in the rain, with a Mystic Water equipped, Waterfall is a guaranteed Oko. And that's 2. Finally, the third one. Brent loves Wormadam, that includes the Trash one. And of course, he saves the worst for last, hence Trash coming out now. Now, Trash Cloak does threaten an infestation, trapping the mon you have in. So let's switch out before we can do that. And there we have Hamilton again. Taking that infestation. Perfectly fine. And there is a chance that he just starts, like, stalling, you know? And we prefer that to not happen. He might protect here. And, like, even if that were to happen, and it didn't, it's fine. We have enough turns, and Flare Blitz, thanks to our own Rockhead, will never kill us. Brent is down. 2 of 9 done for today. These were the 2 most boring ones. It's only going to get more and more interesting from here. that includes the items we can get here. Are there any hidden ones? I'm gonna double check that real quick. I think the bot of the guy realized, oh no, I can't make any money here. Anyway, there's, first off, before anything else, new berries here. They are Jaboca berries. Very niche, but very good in that niche. If hit by a physical move, it will hurt the attacker a bit. It allows us to maybe break some focus sashes that way in critical fights. Same with Roa Berry for special attacks. And they are only on this route, so these two I can just kind of... I low-rolled them, because you can get 2 to 5, and I got 2 and 3 respectively. Yeah, is what it is. South of the bridge, nope, nothing yet. Okay, then we can just look forward to this next fight, which is the Elder over there. Or the Expert, rather. Expert Donald. Wait. Oh, right, Donald. Okay. Then let's get back and get the team I had prepared for that. I'm gonna quickly run through the line here out loud as well at the end, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything, of course. I want to make sure that the cooking I did was, in fact, correct cooking. Why can't I... Come on! Okay, almost back at the PC. Mauville City. We've done our side quest here as well. Got the table TM. For now, what do we need? Let's see. We want Prima. We want Gera. We want Berserker. We have Faulkner. We've Clay. And we have Ramos. No, Poppy needed to stay. I need to get rid of Melly. These are the 6 that I need. Let's see. I need only a wide lens. Wide lens on Misty. And everything else didn't need an item. Was there a particular reason for that? I'm just gonna double check. Okay, I start that way, and then okay, I'm gonna quickly grab a team that I have written down on the damage calculator and just like run through it really fast. Actually, might as well show off without the plan, the calculator. So, I needed these 3. I needed Talon. I need... Talon is faster? I was about to say, it shouldn't be. I needed Crook, and I needed Tort. Tort, Crook. Here we go. So the idea here was, I slow flip turn to break the sash. I could, in theory, use the berry, but I might as well not, because I don't need, it's not a problem. Then I bounce, and I will have taken 1 energy ball at worst. That should bait in Sceptile, because Sceptile is faster and will do the most damage. Excadrill is afraid of a KO, and Turtonator I outdamage heavily. Yeah. So Sceptile comes in, who's faster. It's the only one who's faster. He will try to leaf blade me. I go to Berserker. Oh, because you can maybe click Dual Chop, there's overlapping rolls. We switch to Berserker to guarantee an Earthquake. Then we switch to Talonflame on the Earthquake, and even if he had dual chop before, Acrobatics is a KO with Talonflame, and I am, if I'm not, like, if I'm faster, fine. And he will never click Sword Dance, which is the main scare there, and that won't happen. Okay, cool. That would bait in the Excadrill, because Excadrill is the only one that it sees a slow kill, whereas Turtonator sees nothing. I switch to Crocodile on the Rock Slide and outspeed and KO with Earthquake. And the reason we want it in that And the reason we want it in that specific order is to make sure that Turtonator doesn't come in and booms us, basically. And I have Tort basically as backup for the final the final 3 mons if I need to. Okay, we are ready, and let's get this going. The items are indeed not necessary. I could maybe use a Heartstone on Crocodile. No, but like once the balloon is gone, which is like almost instantly, Earthquake finishes it off. Yeah, no, I don't need that. Okay. Easy as that. I'm even gonna get rid of your Pixie Plate. Let's go. Alright. Back to... This is always such an arduous journey. Especially, like, when you're almost at the next spot, or, like, halfway there. It always is such a drag to, like, walk back. And you kind of have to expect it, right? Did I heal? Did I need to heal? No. Okay, but yeah, that's always like such a drag. Generally, this route is just long. It's long as shit. Alright. Let's show off the team, because I forgot to do that so far. Here we go. Expert Donald, fight number 3 of today. Also, relatively simple. It mostly comes down to breaking some sashes and working out some... like, making sure you come in on the right moves. So, let's show off what that means. This is the team. Primarine is our lead. That is correct. The rest of the team also checks out. I will switch these two because I was about to say, I can't use Fly yet, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. So we finally meet. My bug Pokemon will keep you company. My bug Pokemon. Are you sure about that, Chief? These are the holdovers of using like Emerald as a base game, and some of these are just like not correct with how they were in the original game, of course. Ludicolo! What in the world are we doing leading with Lana? Well, we do that for a specific reason. Ludicolo here has a Focus Sash, and we want to break it. But we don't want to break it with the Pokemon that's actually getting the kill, mostly to make sure it doesn't take too much damage. Thankfully, Lana is pretty specially bulky, and even a crit energy ball is barely not enough to kill it, so we can safely click Flip Turn here. And he uses energy ball. As you can see, 120 damage, a crit would deal 180, that's not enough. And that was a high-ish roll. Now we go to Misty. Misty has Intimidate, first of all. Okay, sure, whatever. More importantly, after the rain, more importantly, it has Bounce. Now, Bounce is 95% accurate, so we have a White lens attached to Misty to make sure that the... I want to make sure that I say correctly, to make sure that the bounce always hits. Now we jump up, and in the next turn, Ludicolo is already dead. That energy ball, you saw that it can lower special defense. That's also part of the reason why we didn't want to lead with Misty. It also has Flail, so if you bring it down to Sash first turn, that might actually be a bit scary. At this damage range, Sceptile should come in. And Sceptile sees that I can kill it, and is therefore like, oh god, oh crap, oh jeez, I need to attack back. I'm gonna use an attack here, and that's gonna be either Leaf Blade, maybe Dual Chop. Normally I'd say, oh yeah, let's just bring in Faulkner. He can take that Leaf Blade, which is 95% chance to happen just fine. But it also has Earthquake. So we're gonna switch in Poppy first. And Poppy can take both of those. Leaf Blade is arguably better, but it's not really a big deal. And usually, like, the general set that Sceptile has, you can see at the bottom, is it also has Sword Stance. It only uses Sword Stance when it sees that it cannot be KO'd in one shot, or 2 shots if it's slower. Sceptile's pretty fast, so generally it will go for the faster strategy, so it will think, okay, if it can't OHKO me, I'm good to Sword Stance. Poppy, with the insane power that it has between its ability and everything, Iron Seal is arranged to kill. And it will just use the highest damage that it sees, so it's like, oh god, I need to attack. Thankfully, I have Earthquake. Faulkner takes an Earthquake because it's a flying type. And thanks to this, like, little intermediate pivot, we are guaranteed to just be safe against the Sceptile. And with it not having a burden proc them even faster, and Acrobatics is just a guaranteed kill. Thank you. Next. 2 down, 2 to go. This will be Excadrill that comes in. Excadrill will see a slow kill with Rock Slide, and it doesn't see that I can kill because I can't. Mold Breaker. We don't really care. But we are afraid that Rock Slide, so we're gonna go to Clay. Clay can take a Rock Slide, and on top of that, it Intimidates, lowering the damage even further. Granted, Excadrill can still crit, and it has a scope lens, so it's more likely to crit. It didn't this time, but it could have. But that's fine. We could even take a crit. It's not really a big deal. And we, with our Earthquake, I'm going to double check that I have that correct. Yeah, our Earthquake just kills. And we're faster, and we're done. Even if in the 1v1 against Talonflame, because it saw a kill with Rock Slide, it would never click its 4th move, Rock Polish, which the move it clicks if it's slower, but it will prioritize the kill. Finally, we have the Turtonator. Now, Turtonator is not that scary on its own, with one exception. It has Explosion. The unnerved explosion of this game is always devastating. So we kind of want to make sure that it will never explode. If it's the last mon, that never happens. So, because we made sure to pivot or to bait the mons in such an order, we know that Turtonator was going to come out last. So now we're good. It will never explode, and it just has Heavy Slam and Dragon Claw. Neither of which is too scary for Crocodile. At worst, Dragon Claw with a crit deals like 50%. Okay, sure. We Rock Slide. And Rock Slide in and of itself is already a ranged 2-shot. But that also pops the Air Balloon, which is why we couldn't click Earthquake there. There's a Dragon Claw. Rain keeps falling. Beating on the rooftops, blocking out the sun. Anyway, Earthquake now kills, and that is fight number 3 of tonight. Oh man. This chair keeps creaking. I've not had it like for that long, and it's already creaking. I guess I need to lose some weight or something. Anyway. 3 fights done. The next one is... Let's check. I want to make sure that it's her over there. What do you say? You can use its secret power on a big pile of grass and make a secret base. Okay, now if I was like, even if like, I would have put a ledge here. That's just what I want to say. If I were to like, you know, for convenience. Because like this shit is just like the annoying bit, right? You don't really need to. And back down, through the grass, and down, down, and here we are. Now I can bike again. Boop, and at the water. And back we are. Let's throw in a quick heal. And in the meantime, where is it? Here, this fight is done. Catherine, with a few good mons, and in particular, the Belly Drum Extreme Sweet Linoon is scary if it's behind screens. If you can kind of deny the screens, you're generally fine. Not too scared, at least. I believe I have a line where I guarantee that that doesn't happen. But I don't remember exactly. I think I did, but I don't remember how I had it. Let's just take a look. I have... Oh, right. I don't even know why it doesn't just show off the fact that that's the case. Oh, because I don't have auto refresh up. There we go, that's better. Alright. Let's grab the team. I only need 4 mons here. But it's gonna be the first fight of Wolfric. The Berkmite that never really could do anything is now actually gonna do something. I also want Janine, who I'm gonna keep under leveled for a bit. And I need Cress. Looking at the back line there, I think who I would want include Roxy, probably. And like... Millie? No. Bryson Man, I guess. I only need 4 mons here, so yeah. Let's go ahead and start leveling. First, the items. We need a Mystic Water on Cress. We need a... Where is it? The Muscle Band. Hiya, Hazel. Been a while. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Hope you're doing good as well. I've been absent for a long minute there. But yeah, I'm back at it. Just doing more run and bun and hoping to, like, pick this up a bit again. Alright. For this fight, we need specifically level 63 Janine. And there's the Spore, one of the best moves it can have. And I need to get rid of something here. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I hope you're glad to hear that you're doing well too. It's you're busy. Okay, well, being busy at work, I mean, it can be a good thing, right? It doesn't have to be a bad thing. I mean, it only means like that you're doing a lot of effective things you need to do, right? like the main reason why I've not been streaming as much is also just I'm more busy at work again than I was a couple months ago. What was my idea here to get rid of? I don't remember. Where is it? Here, I think. I actually jotted it down. But let me see if I can find it. This is like way back. Is it not? I am at Catherine. And I want to go and look at Among Us. I don't remember what I wanted to get rid of. I think Synthesis, but it's either Synthesis or Giga Drain that I would get rid of. I think. It's annoying because like all 4 of these are important. Like Toxic is important. It's one of the main things that I want to keep doing with Among Us. And the reason Synthesis is good is because of Toxic. I lack poison damage more than I lack grass damage, right? Did I need anything specific from Among Us? Like later down? I don't remember. Citrus Moon. I need a Giga Drain. Okay. So that means I kind of need to get rid of Sludge Bomb, right? Are that a Synthesis? Like if I need like the heal stall, I've got other mons to do it. And Among Us is not the best equipped for it. I wager. You know what? Let's get a quick second opinion on this. I know Moon Spore. Spore. Never took Spore in Among Us. Supposedly Spore's not even good. At least a couple people say that like Spore's not even good. Yeah, okay, here like basically I have a discussion here that's boils down to the same thing. Fast Spore doubles as a fake out. You gotta play with the. Much prefer to lose intent. I think the conclusion might actually be to knock that Spore. Like Spore is one of the best moves in like VGC and like arguably singles. But have I tried ZA? I mean ever, like I've had a week to do so, but not yet. I made a big game purchase like slightly before ZA came out, so I've been holding off, partially because I've like been burnt with modern Pokemon games. I've just not enjoyed them much, except Legends Arceus. Like Legends Arceus was a fun game for me, so I'm on the fence. I've heard good things, like that that's very fun, not quite on the same level as Arceus, but not far off. So, like, I'm interested, but I think I'm just gonna, like, wait for Christmas or something to treat myself, or, like, have it on like my Christmas gift list for friends and family or something like that. And I got like my birthday coming up if people really want to give me something for that, but I've not celebrated it in, I want to say 10 years, maybe even more. I think 12 years. I think the last time I celebrated I was 16, maybe 15. Anyway. I think the conclusion here for me is that I'm going to get rid of Spore. Weird as it is, because Spore is genuinely a good move and probably one of the most unique things you can get in Among Us. But the rest of the moves are just kind of too important. You need the dual stab, you need Toxic, and Synthesis is very high value to get rid of, comparatively. I think with Tort, I can kind of get away with maybe getting rid of Synthesis. But there's so many situations where I think the combination of Toxic and Synthesis do a lot more than having the option of Spore. Like, the only exception I can think of with Spore is, like, catching. Like, it's a very good catching tool. But I think I'm fine not having that tool. I'm gonna get rid of Spore. Which feels wrong. It just feels wrong to do, you know? Anyway. I needed Janine at level 63. I don't remember why, but I needed it at 63. And then we get Avalugg. Everyone hype of this game. It's weird. Like, a lot of my Pokemon playing friends have been pretty enthusiastic about it. But I've also seen a lot of, like, complaints about it. Though I think those more so come from, like, the people who don't play the game or don't intend to play the game, you know? Than the people who actually want to play the game or actually play the game. Granted, it's still a €70 game, you know? And, like, it's expensive and, like, not that high quality compared to many other games that are cheaper or equally expensive. That complaint I get. The new Megas. I've not looked at them in detail. Partially, like, have anti-spoiler, but, like, as Showdown admin, I kind of can't help but know them. Like, can't help but know of them. I've not seen the designs much. So I'm not really... I don't really have an opinion on most of them, especially the ones that aren't officially revealed. The Kalos starters ones are great. They're, like, top-notch. All three of them. The Malamar... eh. Hawlucha getting a Mega, absolutely perfect choice. Like, and the way they did it, splendid. Absolutely. And Victreebel's funny. The one I'm, like, most disappointed by of the ones I've seen is the Dragonite one. Partially because I feel like Dragonite shouldn't get one. You know, it's not that I think, like, it's a popular mon, so I get it. But, like, it's a rich get richer Mega, and I prefer the more niche ones. I know, like, for example, Barbaracle gets one. Barbaracle is a fuck-all mon that, like, has not seen much interest in many a year. So it getting a Mega, and Malamar in the same vein getting a Mega, I agree with. Like, those are good picks. Same with Victreebel to a lesser extent. Like, it's another, like, Gen 1 wankery, but, like, still, good pick. Mega Hawlucha. The design of Mega Hawlucha, wonderful. Absolutely great. Like, very, very, very good choice. 1 second while I check the decks real quick about Avalugg. I want to make sure that I... Evolve it at the right time and the right way. It needs an Ice Stone? Really? Huh. Where do you get an Ice Stone again? Item locations, evolution items, Ice Stone, Mauville. Okay, I'll grab it real quick. And in terms of learned moves, was there anything I needed? Quickly grab that Ice Stone. Do I have like anything I wanted to like get rid of? Might as well not, you know, might as well save it. And now, was there a reason to delay the evolution? No. Not really. Then it's very safe to just use this Ice Stone. And here is the evolution for Wulfric. Finally getting an Avalugg. In hindsight, maybe a Mon I could have used earlier. But, oh well. A lot of Pokemon Gen. Gen 2 starters are from, like... A lot of Pokemon Gen 2 starters are from Gen 2. Yes, all the Gen 2 starters are from Gen 2. Want to rephrase that? Because I'm pretty sure there's something went off there. Okay, let's just... Oh, yeah, no, there's 2 of 3 are the Gen 2 starters. Yeah, no, I know. Honestly, knowing what the available pool of Mons was, I think... Like, Chikorita being one of the choices, good one. Correct choice. Tepig being one of the choices, sure. I don't mind that. I think I would have... I think I would have liked seeing Infernape. But I'm fine with this. Actually, no. I'm missing one thing. I would have 100% preferred a Mega Empoleon over Mega... for Alligator. Side note, the fact that those 3 get Megas, it was bound to happen. I'm not really... Actually, no. Those 3 getting Megas, I like. But the 3 Cow starters getting Megas, I kind of dislike concept. Like, principally, though the 3 concepts of them are wonderful. Block. Is Block ever good? No, because the AI never ever switches. So when would you ever use it? Let's just speed through this. Avalanche. That's at least better than Ice Fang, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get rid of it as well. Double Edge. No. And then we have Heavy Slam. This is the one where I'm not quite sure if I want it or not. I had a moveset cooked up. No, it's just I need Icicle Crash and that's it. But yeah, the Legend ZA starters, I think they're good picks. I think what I've seen for... I think I have seen like the general idea for the Megas, but I've not like seen the art too much. Good picks, good choices, from what I remember. Side note, if you want to battle with them, Showdown does have them implemented. I know I'm like promoting Showdown is not really something I want to necessarily do from my position, though it makes sense from my position. You can play with the Megas on Pokemon Showdown already, and even like there's been speculative abilities for every single one of them as well. So to that end, absolutely go play it there if you want to. It gives like it gives like Gen 9 mechanics, barring Terra, And you can just mega all of the new mons, including like the Starmie getting huge power, which for all intents and purposes has been confirmed. And everything else is kind of speculative or based on dex entries or a little bit based on balance. Some actually have new custom abilities. I've not played it myself, mostly to stay spoiler free, and I'm not like the best at competitive, but very much a way to interact with it and to like still try to do it. I think Gyro Ball is better than Heavy Slam, right? I'm gonna double check if there's like any like consensus on it. Let's see, Avalugg. I think Avalugg is generally not mentioned here. Avalugg. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's no moveset choice there. I think I'm gonna go Heavy Slam. I think I'm gonna go Gyro Ball because of like it's the slowest shit mon, and the general instances where I want it is more likely to be useful compared to Heavy Slam. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just not gonna use Heavy Slam. These are always the things that I like think about way too much. This is where Icicle Spear goes, and finally we get it all the way up to 65. And supposedly I only need the first 4 mons, and I gave everyone their item, right? Yeah, then we are ready. Let's go. Fight number 4 of today. Like we're almost halfway of what I wanted to do. Okay. And running. And walking. Another, like, for the sake of diversity, I like the... Right. You need to specifically go around this way. Anyway, what I was saying, for the sake of diversity, I do enjoy this grass, like the tall grass. But it's so annoying, like it not being able to bike and everything. That's so annoying. Alright, next fight is over here. It is Ranger Catherine. I want to make sure that I have it queued up there as well. Perfectly. Okay. These first 4 mons are going to be the ones that I need in the fight. I'm going to double check that I didn't miss anything. This should be fine. Because this should just outspeed and kill. Okay, that's the main one that I need to worry about. Okay, let's get this going. Look at me, for someone on an adventure, traveling awfully light. This fight, we're really gonna abuse the rain. The opponent isn't, which gives us the opportunity to do so. Cress is our main reason that we're doing that, or the main way we're doing that. Hi there, Farobe. Been a while. Anyway. For this one, Cress with Spirit Shackle outspeeds and kills Galarian Mr. Mime. Thanks to the rain, we are suddenly very, very fast. Where have I been? Yeah, it's a bit of a story. The long and short of it is, because I also edit all this, and I've been seeing the editing as more and more daunting in terms of time consumption, I've been holding off on this entire project. And my work has been picking up in hours again, so yeah, we're back to that. Whoa, that's not a good sentence. And as a result, I don't really have a lot of time anymore. Therefore, yeah, I've not been streaming nearly as much as I wanted to, but oh well. This Linoon is annoying, but the main threat that it provides would be a belly drum extreme speed sweep. It can't do that against us because it doesn't have extreme speed to threaten Cress. Not to mention, this liquidation has a chance to kill. So let's see if it does. If it doesn't, it's fine. But it does. I believe that was very unfavored, but let me double check that. Doesn't really matter anyway, we got it. It was 75%, so actually favored. Huh. But yeah, work's been more busy, and this project has become very daunting due to streaming, so I've not been doing this. Anyway. Decidui here is going to click either Poltergeist or Sucker. And to make sure that we do well against that, we go to Wolfric. Fair enough, as long as I'm well. Yeah, no, I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. Like, the fact that work has been more busy is honestly a good thing. Like, I've been very slow with my work, and it's not always something you want to do. So that picking up is a good thing. And on the other hand, the fact that the editing is daunting is kind of annoying, but yeah, not much you can do about that. Alright, he's gonna leave Blade here, and we KO it back with Avalanche. We could also use Icicle Crash, but Avalanche is more damage, but both would have KO'd. This should bait in the final mon, Sylveon, and Sylveon clicks one of two moves. Hyper Voice and Weather Ball. Both of those, I believe, see a kill. It doesn't quite matter, we will go to Janine. And there's the Weather Ball. Honestly, good. Honestly, good thing. There we go. Janine can take it, and this should bait in the... This should... Words. Okay. With Janine now in, Sylveon is going to click Psyshock. Weather Ball is now done, and at this HP range, I am guaranteed to not die to the crit Weather Ball, but always... and still always force it to Psyshock. So that's what's going to click now. We can go to Misty. Misty can take that Psyshock quite well. And with a Muscle Band equipped, we are actually threatening a KO with a Waterfall. With the consequence, that crit is annoying, but not altogether a problem. This was the specific reason we pivoted the way we did. We wanted Gyarados to come in on Psyshock specifically, because that deals the least amount of damage to it. Especially, like, without the Water Gem, that's not entirely true, but with it, it was. Now, Sylveon, because we have a Muscle Band equipped, it will see that Waterfall has a chance to kill. Small chance, but there is a chance. And it's like, oh god, I'm slower, I need to do something before, like, I need to do something still. I'll Quick Attack. But that is not a lot of damage, and therefore we're not afraid of it. This way, we can, because we could guarantee a Quick Attack this way, we're safe to two-shot with Waterfall, as opposed to potentially getting crit high rolled with Hyper Voice, or like just crit with Hyper Voice, basically. The crit from Psyshock already showed that that could actually get somewhat close to scary. Oh well. The Pokénav, it's a must-have tool. Okay, and the next fight is there. Okay. This one. We're halfway through what we have prepared. Let's run back again. I can't wait to get Fly. The fact I don't have Fly is honestly... They should give Fly out earlier. It doesn't do much, right? Oh, no, wait. No, it does. Because you have gauntlets, right? It allows you to heal and change in gauntlets otherwise. So I kind of get it. Anyway, for Rope, seeing as you're here, how are you doing? Because I've not, seen you in a while as well. Hope you're doing alright as well. Okay, let's quickly get a heal in for this next fight. And while that heal is going on, let me quickly grab the team for everyone else to see. Coming off a cold. Yup. That sounds about right. That's the entire world right now. Like, it's been COVID again. COVID has been going around insanely much. I've had it like 2 weeks ago, I want to say. Yeah, 2-ish weeks ago now. And, yeah, it's not been fun. My wife is a doctor, so she tends to be, like, and especially internal medicine, so, like, she knows... She just kind of sees the ins and outs when it comes to, like, diseases. Like, what's going on with flus and all that jazz. So she knows, oh yeah, no, it's COVID season again. Good luck. But, yeah, it's been COVID season. But, good to hear that you can't complain otherwise. That's, how life should be, right? If you can't complain much about anything, then you're doing alright. Okay. I believe I need these four. Is there anything I would want additionally? I wager Millie could maybe do something. Been back to work this week, but kind of feel like I might have done that too soon. So it's early bed. Yeah, I feel that. I needed that last week, so yeah, take care. Don't force yourself too much, and take it easy on that front. I'll add Will to the team as like a good resist, like a bulky resist. I need you to get rid of your item to like make sure that I don't use anything I don't need. Just clean up. This should be everything. And let's get this going. But yeah, having a dog in the family is quite useful. Mother-in-law is my mother-in-law and what do you call it? Aunt-in-law? I guess aunt-in-law is about apt, right? I'm gonna assume that's a sister of your mother-in-law. In that case, I think aunt-in-law is apt. Yeah. Yeah, no, but them being doctor, like having a doctor in the family, aside from having just a really short line to potential help on that front, is always good. And when you share the bed with a doctor, that's especially useful on that front. Yeah, it just kind of gives you some knowledge. It's also funny because I can tell that she kind of like she's really good at medicine, and like without any hint of irony or like being facetious, whatever. She's really good at medicine. She deserves to be a specialist, and she should be working towards that, and she is working towards that, and hopefully that goes well. But as a consequence, she tends to have like surprisingly lacking general trivia knowledge, you know? Like some history shit or like modern happenings. Like she tends to be quite offline, so to speak. It's weird. It's weird to see like how some people being so hyper-focused in their own world. Great for second opinions. Exactly. Like, I had to have some like blood tests done earlier this week. And like she's basically been able to look at them and see like, oh yeah, this is good, this is not, for just a basic second opinion. So yeah, useful. Absolutely. Okay, what did I need? I need a little bit bascule lead with a mystic water that just kills. That was the idea. In comes Kingler clicking knockoff. Pivot. Tort. X scissor plus hammer seize kill. Pivot. Why did I need Gyarados then? Why did I need Gyarados in this fight? Oh, I'll play it by ear. Did I get everyone? No, I forgot. God damn it. I forgot to grab Ramos, and now I need to go all the way back. Oh my god. Anyway. But yeah, I could like, yeah, promote my wife and like applaud my wife. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, I guess just like praise my wife like for eternity. But yeah, like especially like just being a doctor is also useful egotistically. But yeah, it's nice, it's fun. She's just, you know, good person on that end. I don't know where I wanted to go with that. Whatever. Okay. You kind of just need to fill the time, right, with stories like this. Speaking of stories, like I was talking like about big purchases, like the past two people that were here to make sure that I, you know, the other two were asking about ZA. Like, aside from the fact that I've heard like good shit, like I said there, I've been holding off for it because I had a big purchase game-wise recently. I've bought the Slay the Spire board game. If you don't know, Slay the Spire is like a card game roguelike. Incredible game. Love it. Like, top 10 game for me, unironically. And they have a board game for it, and it just feels and handles the same way as the original does. But it allows for co-op and like multi-character shit. And it's very, very fun. And there's so much in that box. Like, it's like a, I think it was 140 for me, or like 135, something like that. Very expensive. I had some Pokemon cards that I sold. I've been wanting to sell them for a while, so I've just like traded them for the game and like a bit of cash. It feels weird to just rid them, but yeah. In the end, like, the money is more useful, you know? But, yeah, incredible game. If you ever have the cash or, like, something, like, you want to save up for and you enjoy, like, the co-op games and deck builders and just, like, if you enjoy the video game and you have the money for it, buy the board game. It is incredible. It is absolutely great. With that side tangent, let's get to this fight. I need to lead with Cress, and Cress is just gonna do its thing first of all. Another fight where generally it's not really abusing the weather, but it might. Let's see how it does. Who has knowledge and technique for survival? Rangers, that's who. I was gonna say scouts, but I guess rangers are close equivalent. Anyway, more Pekko. Why in the world am I leading with Cress? Cress is weak to both of its stabs. Sure. But it also dies to Mystic Water boosted liquidation. Next. The next here being, after rain falls again, the Kingler. The only scary thing of this fight. Kingler here is threatening a knockoff, and I would lose my Mystic Water. I don't want to do that. Missy, get him. Doing like an intimidate. That is why. Now I remember. Oh, right. Okay, so I had in my line that I was gonna pivot straight to Torterra. Now I didn't do that, and now I'm in trouble. But I think I'm fine if I do this right. 1 second. If I have Kingdra in the back, because he's now against me, he should Crab Hammer. If I'm not mistaken. He's gonna Crab Hammer or knock off. And that means oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that in a little bit. 1 second. So now I have Kingdra in the back. I've got Will available to me. I think. Where's Will? There's Will. Oh, Will guarantees an X scissor. That I kind of don't want to happen. Okay, so we're gonna go to Claire, and I'm gonna free will this a bit. I kind of have to. Just Crab Hammer me, please. Beautiful. Oh, there's a chance that that is fucked. No, that is not good. Okay, in that case, I'm freewheeling incredibly. I'm just gonna. Both Dragon Pulse and Hurricane are like a 3-shot, so I'm gonna Hurricane and maybe just get a confusion, like just have that as a middle ground play. High horsepower, that makes sense. Okay, that. Now, at worst, a crit from high horsepower would deal 93, so I need to switch out. I'm gonna switch out to Cress, who can take both the X Scissor and the high horsepower just fine. Fine enough. Yeah, and this once again baits knock. Yeah, this once again baits knock, so I can go to Ramos safely, and we're back to where we need to be. It's a little backwards how I did this, but that's fine. Kingler is now gonna click his Crab Hammer, which cannot crit me, and Giga Drain in return should kill from this range. That is low, but that's fine. Giga Drain kills here, right? Beautiful, it does. In hindsight, I should have Dragon Pulsed for like guaranteed kill, but looking at it, that's not true because with the Hurricane damage, it was still guaranteed kill. Okay, crisis somewhat averted. And now against Torterra on its first turn, with me at 80 HP, it's gonna click the Tail Slap or Fake Out. Naturally, Crest can take both. And if I'm not mistaken, but I need to double check that. I need to double check that. I believe Covet's item stealing has been removed from this game. Yeah, it has been. So I'm not afraid of him removing my item. I can just liquidation him. And that kills? What? Oh, that was just a high roll. Huh. Neat. Okay, well, whatever. We did it. One of the weirder fights. The next one, we should hopefully be better, like be safer. Quickly look where it is. It's over there. Do we get anything over here? Yes, it is. The Psychic Seed. Okay. Let's run back. And as we do... No, I don't want caps lock, please. I have my speed up on tab, which probably a weird place to have it on. I don't know. There we go, and down, and just speed up through the grass. It's so annoying. This is so, like, the walking back every single time is so boring. And I get it, because you want to have the option of gauntlets and shit. Still makes it boring. Okay, there was something that needed my attention, so give me a few minutes. That took way longer than it should have. We had some issues with like some showdown things. As a room staff there, I needed to this was something that I needed like immediate looking at, so I kind of just had to jump in and help. But thankfully, it's now fixed, and with one of my co-room owners coming in clutch on that end. Anyway. What do I need here? I need to lead with Bruno. I need to bring Cress. I need to bring Melly and Slowbro. I forgot the name. I need Kingdra, and I need to do some Hamilton gaming. Apparently. Pardon me. And I need a bunch of raspberries. So let's give the raspberries. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Rostberry. No, not a big pearl, please. Rost. Rost and Rost. Alright, that's the entire team. Then we're gonna go ahead and do some leveling, because Bruno needs a few more. Specifically, he needs to go to 60, where he gets CC, which I believe I got rid of high jump kick for, but I'm gonna double check if because I kept track of this somewhere. I just don't remember where. Hawlucha, it's H here. Not here. Did I need anything? No, I need dual wing beat. Dual wing beat's gonna stay. Acrobatics is the highest damaging move. I need aerial ace. I think. Don't you have a TXT file called lines? No. It's a Google Doc. But yeah, I have that. That doesn't mean I know exactly what I'm gonna replace. Same thing. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's close enough. I'll give you that. But like the lines say, okay, yeah, I need these moves here and there, but that doesn't say, oh, you're gonna replace this with that. You know? Never mind, I actually did write this one down. Thank fuck. It's CC replaces high jump kick. Because in a later fight, I need specifically close combat, and I still need acrobatics and aerial ace and dual wing beat for certain things. Thank you, past me, for actually writing this down for once. Okay, and this is everything I needed to do, if I'm not mistaken. Level 60 Hawlucha, Hamilton, Slowbro, Basque, so Will, Melly, Claire, and Cress. Yup. Then we can go. And run it back. Running back, running back, running back. This takes so much time. This is why we have speed up. Because this is the most annoying part. Jump, jump, jump. And here we are. Okay. Double check that I have the right lead. Bruno. And that should be everything. Lead Holu. I'm gonna double check this line real quick, just in case. Still not entirely healthy, if you can't tell. Close combat. You now no longer have this. This. No, I'm not. Absorb. I need to get rid of you. I need to. Okay, let's see. This one I did, this one. Is this really the one I needed all this prep for? Still running the official calc, or have there been improvements made to alternative one you found a while ago? I'm using, like, I'm alternating between the two. Like, the official one didn't have, like, those percentages, if you remember. Actually, let me just show it off. Like, there's two main ones. Three-ish main ones. We have this one. This is, like, the base one. This is the baseline one that, like, just imports the teams and says, good luck. There isn't, usually it's this one, but it's down because the server's down, and this is, like, just, like, a local version. Same difference. It doesn't have my team imported because I didn't use this one yet. This is, like, a small derivation of it. The main difference this one has is, like, you have those percentages here. They give, like, a percentage based on what move you should be expecting to see. They're not entirely accurate, though. So, it is a bit finicky here and there, and, like, you shouldn't 100% rely on them. Like, for just baseline, like, damage calcs, yeah, it works. Perfectly fine. But once there's, like, more niche shit, like Trick Room or setup moves or whatnot, it can sometimes be a bit off. So it's best to double check yourself. Then there is this one. This is the one you were talking about, I think. And I've been alternating between the Silmar one, so the one you saw before, and this one. This one, I believe I stopped using because there were some inconsistencies in the damage calculation. And, like, this move prediction thing obviously is not that good. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was, like, with multi-hit moves or something like that. So, the multi-hit move one, like, with that you just need to be careful. But the amount of things that this thing can do that the other can't does make it still very useful. Specifically, the main one is you can, like, actively save, like, okay, I now give this an assault vest. And if you switch back and forth, it still has that assault vest, and it starts calcing with that assault vest. Whereas with the other calculator, if you switch off something, it drops the item, and you actively have to make a new import to get a new set. That is, like, the main downside of the other one. So I've been enjoying this one more again, mostly because of what it can do, what extra it can do compared to the other one. So I don't believe there's been many changes to it. There should be, like, a changelog button somewhere, but I don't remember where. Actually, let me just, like, make a new one, see if I can find it if I have, like, a full screen. I don't see it. I thought there was a changelog button, but maybe I'm confusing that with the other one. So the other one did have one. Yeah, the other one does have one. Because I believe the purple one, basically, this one, I believe it's not being updated anymore. So you just need to be careful with it. But beyond that, it's generally kind of fine. And the same goes with the other. The other one actually still gets actively updated, so on that front, it's actually, like, better. I have to connect my old hard drive again since I got a new setup a while ago. Oh yeah, because you also ran it a bit. Why? Right? Like, a bit back? I don't know if you're still actively doing it, but yeah. Weather, I hardly know her. Hi, Seawez. Yeah, this is, us having a bit of weather trouble. It's raining quite a bit. There's like a storm ongoing. And in game as well. But let's weather that storm. No pun intended. Kind of pun intended. It's not really good pun to intend, I guess. But we can't really stay on that for too long because we are working on the next fight, which is against Kent. And I need to make sure that Kent is actually shown. Kent has more bugs because it's a bug catcher. And specifically the Araquanid, it's kind of not that great. And that Beautifly has Focus Sash. I need to make sure that I get through that Focus Sash. I believe... Oh, I'm glad I double-checked that because I would have been going completely... I'd have a lot of trouble if that wasn't the case. I need to give... Where is that thing? Sharp Beak. There he is. Tank my run and chill and haven't really found the time or motivation to get a new one going. That's fair. This game can be brutal. Honestly, I'm surprised I'm getting as far as I am. Speaking of, like, if you follow this, follow, like, the general scene, has anyone, like, kept up with, like, Smallland's run? Because Smallland is, like, right now at the precipice of the Elite Four, if I'm not mistaken. At least his VODs are at that point, I believe. And I think he's streamed a couple times and actually has his team ready, from what I've seen, like, on Reddit and shit. But yeah, if you want to see, like, a good run and a well-edited run, go watch his. Very good one. Also the Peachel video, but that one is kind of known. Anyway, I should be ready. And the reason I have that specific lead, that was... been mostly seeing snippets from Smand. Yeah. Like, like, his VOD channel has been keeping up with it quite well. But... like, it's... Of course, it can't be, like, perfectly up to date. And I believe that he's, like, getting ready. In fact, like, he may very well be streaming this right now. I don't know. I'm not really too well known about that. Anyway. Let's get this fight going. I should be ready. It's only attempt 6. Yup, it's still the same attempt as 4 months ago because I've not been playing this for 4 months. So yeah, I'm only on attempt 6. Bruno should be good to go. Okay, here we go. Next fight then. Mimic Circle. You're not Mimic Circling anything, bud. You're just a bug catcher. Currently streaming ZA. Oh. Makes sense. It's a new hip and happening, so to that end, like, getting on that trend makes sense. I don't know if he's enjoying it. I don't really care at the moment. Let's call it that way. Hawlucha against Beautifly. ZAs are... It's... Yeah, time goes by so fast at this point, right? Okay, dual wing beat kills, by the way. For those that care. Yeah, ZA has already been out for a week. Like, where does that time go? Have you been playing it, CWiz? Because I know... I've seen plenty of others who have. I'm not sure if you have. Oh, no, wait. I know that you have, because I've seen you actually talk about it. Have you been enjoying it? We go to Hamilton. In the meantime, Hamilton is going to take the dual wing beat that is going to click here. And even if everything were to crit, I at most take... hold up. Looking at it, I may have made a miscalculation. It's easier than a normal battle system, but I don't get the hate. Maybe it's because I'm in Switch 2, though. Makes sense. From what I've heard, the Switch 2 makes a lot of difference. Okay, I'm gonna double check my calculations, because from what I'm seeing, the damage I have written down may not be correct. Yup, I indeed did not do the right thing here. I forgot to include the steel gem in my calculation, so I need to do something about that, because I cannot have Hamilton die here. Did I need... What was the idea? Slowbro with... Okay, Kingdra is a general backup, so I can switch to Kingdra quite safely. So I'm gonna do that to soak up the bullet punch. Still deals a fair bit. And this once again baits Hydro Pump, baits Dual Wing Beat. But in doing so, what's the best idea here? Because a Dual Wing Beat crit deals 132 at most. I can actually just Hydro Pump kind of safely. And if it missed, then so be it. Dual Wing Beat. Alright. It should now see a kill with Dual Wing Beat. And not with Bullet Punch. So he lost his gem. How much does Hamilton do with extreme speed? Not enough. I'm gonna go to Will. I have an idea. I think I have an idea. Because Will... Where are you, Will? Where's S, of course. So slow road. There. Surf deals a lot. And I can Future Sight. So, like, I set up Future Sight early. So I can do... I think this might work. Perfect. Comes in on Bullet Punch. Now he might do... He's gonna do a Wing Beat or he's gonna Roost. I will Future Sight. Okay. Do Wing Beat at most deals 116. But he's guaranteed to click it. I think I just try and soak it. I don't really have a resist. Yeah, Hamilton, but... He needs to double crit and then high roll both of them. I think I'll just... I don't really want to gamble on it, but I kind of have to. Okay, okay, we're good, we're good. Luckily, this way I kind of... I think this still works. Honestly, this might work better. Even though it's a bit unsafe. Yeah. Oops. Oh well. Araquanid, last one. He's gonna click Scald because that's the only attacking move it has and it sees a kill. We're gonna go to Melly who can take it. And Melly, fast as fuck that it is. Or is it? There you are. First, Araquanid takes the Future Sight. Ooh, that dealt quite a bit. I'm still gonna Volt Switch here. And he might Mirror Code me. And I have Crest to take that. And if he scalds me, that's even better. Okay. We're good. Because from here, Spirit Shackle is a guaranteed kill. And this is why we have a Rossberry. I should double check this line in hindsight. Because what I have written down is incorrect. But it works out, so no worries. Spirit Shackle. Okay, yeah, he's gonna protect. Probably kill through burn. You'd be surprised. It only deals 33% to Araquanid. Araquanid is quite bulky, you know? Like, the Spirit Shackle, like, because it has leftovers, it's kind of tricky. Like, 2 low rolls might not have done enough. And the way this was set up, I might have needed to double Spirit Shackle or something like that. I didn't quite know yet. So, yeah. But, all in all, this worked out. There's the next fight. Quick, deliberately go there. And it's a double battle. And this should be the final seed. Yep, Missy Seed. I should look up if there's like any more electric terrain fights. Because that's the only item that I'm like kind of considering using soon. Whatever. And off the bike again. Get through the... It's getting more and more arduous the further we go, naturally. But we need to go back, because we need to switch up my team. And down we are. Get past these and go for swim or surf. And here we are, back at it again. Bet for you now. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. It's getting quite late for myself as well. The only reason I'm still up and probably gonna remain up for next hour or so is because my wife has the evening shifts and I can't really sleep until she's at home. Anyway, for this next fight, let's go ahead and take a look at it. I believe this one was rather simple because of the fact that we have Basque. But I need to double check that. Let's go take a look. It's these two. Takashi and Dayton. For it, I needed Karuk, Basque Legion, and Delmise. And I didn't need anyone else. If I would want anyone else, it's probably Bryson Man. And let's see, it's Trick Room, so maybe no, not Mela. Mela is too weak. I'll bring Elisa, and I'll bring Ramos, I guess. Let's also make sure the items are back to normal. Make sure that we have everything available in the bag. Yeah. See you around for Robe. Have a good night. Get well soon. Okay, we needed to give the Iron Ball to Karuk. We need to fully level Delmise, and we're not gonna teach it the move that it gets. Phantom Force. We need to give Miracle Seed to Alistair. And Muscle Band. Where are you? Muscle Band. To Cress. I'll also give the black glasses to Bryson Man and like... That's it, I guess. And I'll give like an Oranberry to Ramos. Like in practice, it should be just 3 mons. And what we're gonna do specifically, we need to pre-damage Crocodile to 1 HP. And what was the plan? Let me grab it. What was the way to do that again? Where's that tool? Here's the tool. We need to... Where is he? Plays in slot 1, so we pre-damage 1 to 1. Pre-damage 1 to 1. Close bracket. And just like that, he's on 1 HP. Very scary, but should not be an issue. Pardon me. This is a bit of a weirder cook. I'm gonna double check my line real quick. I'll bring you over to my calcing page real quick as well. Here you can see what I have in mind. In general. Let me go there as well. Here we go. Tuesday bug? What in the world is Tuesday bug? What in the world is Tuesday bug? Is this just like the misordering thing or something? Tuesday bug. What? British people say it's Tuesday, known future. That's probably it, yeah. And so switching A was wrong, which wasn't normal. No, it's normally required to steer in the fight. In doing so, the team got low. I don't know. I think it's just like a it's a small seed yesterday. Not an indicator for when AI might switch. I'm just gonna quickly take a peek at what was said, because I'm still not sure what that is. Tuesday bug. It didn't clarify anything for me whatsoever. That when AI looks in its party for switching purposes, it will look for the first mon and outspeed you. Right, when a party order it seems to think that all those mons speed as well as what everyone wants to have outspeed in 2 kill or on switch in. I don't know what this means. I'm gonna just assume. Oh, the reason why it's showing me that is because I have an interaction where Shiftry just doesn't do anything. However, that's not relevant for me because this is a double battle. And in double battles, from what I've seen in documentation, there shouldn't ever be a switch. Okay, the plan is as follows. It involves Basculegion, Delmise, and Crocodile. Crocodile is specifically on 1 HP and has an Iron Ball. This way, Oranguru is faster. The reason we do that is because we lead with Dhelmise and Crocodile, and both are faster, resulting in Oranguru never clicking Trick Room, because it's faster than everything on the team. It doesn't need to. Furthermore, by giving it the Iron Ball and setting it to 1 HP, we bait Shiftry to fake out the first turn and not explode. It's mostly there for, like, to ensure that the Wailord doesn't come in too soon for us. And then, on turn 1, we switch in Basculegion, taking the fake out and taking the random move Oranguru does. And that's right. Crocodile guarantees Focus Blast for the very simple reason it's immune to Psychic and Thunder. So that way we bait Focus Blast and come in for free. Then Basculegion is in, and Dhelmise is in, and the two of them combine to KO Oranguru. After Rapid Spin, Anchor Shot, or Grassy Glide plus Basculegion's Liquidation, or Liquidation should kill. Then the Shiftry explodes, switches, does nothing, doesn't matter. Right, we specifically spin with Dhelmise again, so that's a +2. Because at +2, it suddenly outspeeds both Wailord and Gardevoir. And the reason we want that is because with the Miracle Seed, Grassy Glide is a range to kill. And Wailord cannot damage my team enough in return. In the same vein, Dhelmise could KO Gardevoir, but Basculegion can do it too with Spirit Shackle. That's why we give it the Muscle Band, the guarantee that Spirit Shackle kills. Honestly, this was a good cook. I don't, like, it's been a while since I did this, but yeah, it was a good cook. Let's go. The fact you have two, like, this is just the Boom Squad with support. And the fact you have two Ghost types makes the Boom Squad just, like, irrelevant, I guess. 1, 2, and 3, and we get off again. La-di-da-di-da, and we make a run for it. And we're almost there, almost there. This annoying. Okay, here we are. We have Clay, Crest, and Alistair. We need to make sure Alistair is in the front, because Alistair needs to set up. Alistair is one of the very, very few mons to get a setup move in that sense. And we just went through it. It should be ready to go. Let's give this a whirl. I like kit trainers. Gross. Let's have a good one. If you're not on your guard, you're in for some pain. I've already guarded and calculated everything you can do. Dayton and Takashi. Oranguru and Shiftry. Now, Takashi is a member of this Boom Squad. Takashi has two Pokemon that basically can only explode. What that looks like is that Shiftry here is gonna fake out. It fakes out Clay. Clay's at 1 HP and thus always dies to it. Clay is holding an Iron Ball, and as a result, the Oranguru on the other side of the field, despite being quiet and having no speed IVs, is also faster than both Clay and Alistair. Oranguru has Psychic, Thunder, and Focus Blast, as well as Trick Room. Because everything on the team is faster, it's never gonna click Trick Room. So I'm not afraid of that happening. Instead, he sees a kill on Clay with only Focus Blast, because Psychic and Thunder are, well, things that Clay is immune to. Consequently, we can freely switch in Crest on both of those moves. And while Alistair can do good damage here, I need to set him up a bit. For future interactions, I need him to be faster. Thankfully, we have Rapid Spin for that. Rapid Spin is getting clicks onto Oranguru. This should be a Fake Out, does nothing, a Focus Blast, does nothing, and then a Rapid Spin. There we go. At +1, all of a sudden, Dhelmise is faster than Oranguru. And that's good, because that means a combination of the Liquidation from Cress. Oh no, I see a disconnect. Is that also on the stream? No, it's not on the stream. It was too slow, too quick to have an impact. Anyway, Liquidation plus Rapid Spin should kill. Shift 3 clicks Fake Out because it doesn't know what to do. Liquidation. Alright. And then Rapid Spin kills the Oranguru. Perfect. Even if there was a crit there, we'd probably be fine. In hindsight, maybe that's something I could have played around, but yeah, I'll be fine. Because now Gardevoir comes in. Like with the Oranguru, Gardevoir would like to click Trick Room if it wasn't for the fact that it really is just dead. In the same vein, I can easily Anchor Shot Shiftry in the meantime. He's just gonna keep clicking Fake Out until he booms. Crest uses Spirit Shackle, and that means Gardevoir is dead. Unfortunate. And now it's just the Boom Squad. But the Boom Squad does nothing to 2 Ghost types, so we're not scared of anything here anymore. Cute little interaction. And now let's finish this fight. Honestly, I can speed this up. You see Anchor Shot, and that's Shiftry down. Some XP, or aka no XP, and now in comes Wailord. Wailord would Water Spout us if it wasn't for the fact that just Grassy Glide kills it. And Spirit Shackle also just kind of hurts. And bye-bye. Okay. I have let me double check. 1, 2 more fights to go, and then we made it. I want to make sure that I do those. Okay, the next one's already over there. And here we go, all the way back. The traveling is always annoying. 1, 2, 3. And down we go. And we're almost back. And here we are. So, this upcoming fight was the hardest one to work with. And the reason for that is because of the lead Pokemon. Let me show that off real quick. That lead Pokemon is Skarmory, a Custap Skarmory. And that Custap Skarmory can do a lot of different things, and all of those adjust the fight a fair bit. I need Primarina. I need Salazzle. I need Carracosta. And I need Raichu. Apparently. I'm gonna go through this one, because this one requires some checking. I forgot to switch back, didn't I? I did. That's annoying. Nah, whatever. I'll might as well just like show this off real quick. So the next fight is against the bird keeper there. Bird keeper you. Yep, it's you. And there's 3 branching lines here. Sorry, 4 branching lines. And what we need here is as follows. We're gonna use, and for that I might as well show off the Calcon page. We are gonna use Melly, our Hisuian electrode. Wherever that one is now, it should be also gonna need you anyway. There you are. Then we will use a little Raichu. We're gonna use Primarina. We're gonna use Caracasa, and we're gonna use Salazzle. Apparently. Okay. The idea here was as follows. He's gonna lead with Skarmory. We're gonna lead with Electrode. And we're gonna quickly get rid of you. We are gonna lead with Electrode, and they're gonna lead with Skarmory. We are gonna use... we're gonna use Volt Switch. And we are gonna switch to Caracasta. We have, like, differing situations that have different outcomes. We need to fully level up Caracasa, which is a far bigger investment than it looks. Because Caracasa is one of our Protect Mons, and therefore having it lower level is actually a very good thing to bait more moves. We kind of have to concede that, though... though I could see like an argument of maybe there's some other way to do it, but I couldn't see it. Let's just put it that way. There's like 4 branching lines here, depending on what happens. First and foremost, we Volt Switch. That deals somewhere between 60 and 70%, though it could be more with a crit. That's 1. Depending on custom activation and the HP range for Skarmory, we need to look at what we do. We have Caracasa that comes in on whatever Skarmory clicks. We hope it's Brave Bird. That makes it the easiest. If he doesn't, okay, sure, whatever. We have branching lines for that. Depending on if he sets up no hazards, this is the easiest. And we just have it quickly. If Skarmory comes in, if Skarmory has a hazard, then it might come and become a bit more annoying. But at any point in time, there should only be 1 hazard. If there is no Brave Birding, which is possible, because that is the line where there is no crits on my end, and Skarmory didn't click Brave Bird the first turn, which is unlikely. We use Caracasa Liquidation to kill, and Caracasa is at full HP. That means specifically that Pikachu comes in clicking Thunder. We pivot to Hisuian Electrode on that Thunder if that's the case. And then we see Pikachu clicking Fly, because that's the highest damaging move. Very easy. We pivot to Caracasa on that Fly, take it, Liquidation for kill. That should bait in Mantine clicking HP Grass. We go to Ampy, we Mega Evolve, and we KO. And that means that Flapple comes in and clicks Dragon Rush. There's a small issue if I get below 34 HP. But if that happens, like we might have to sack Caracosta. If that's the case, tough cookies. Not much more I can say. Then there's 2 alternate lines. And hopefully, like, they are generally safer. Because they mean there's maybe no hazard. And maybe, and like a bit of a different order. To give ourselves some safety in those other 2 lines, though, actually in all 3 of the lines, we need a very specific move, and that is Encore. Salazzle can learn Encore if I use a skill for it. Now, Encore is an incredible move. Like, one of the best utility moves in the game. So this is absolutely a worthwhile investment. This was like basically an investment that would be fine to make anyway. Like, by base, you know? Because Fire Blast, in practice, is not a move we're gonna click. It's mostly there for damage baiting. And if that's what we're using it for, yeah. Encore has more utility then. So, bye-bye Fire Blast. And over the heart skill. One of our sparse resources used. We still have 4 though, so it's not that big a deal. And we're gonna get more. We also need to start leveling up Grant. Interesting. I did not have this written down, though I don't think it matters. I don't think I want Stone Edge. Even with a zoom lens, I can basically guarantee it. Trying to calc it real quick. 20% of 80, 16 in a bit. So yeah, you can guarantee that it hits with zoom lens. And Caracosta is slow as shit. I think I prefer the utility of knockoff and the consistent hit of liquidation. But I will double check real quick what the thoughts on that are. Costa, Stone Edge. Costa. Rock. I don't know. Just cost a I think I'm still on the... Yeah, I think I'm gonna not learn Stone Edge. Protect is way too valuable. Knockoff's utility is quite nice. I'm just gonna ask. Like my personal feeling of it is Knock is better than Stone Edge. I'm definitely keeping Liquidation. I'm definitely keeping Aqua Jet. Both of those are too valuable. I'm definitely keeping Protect. The only one I'm somewhat considering is Knock. I think still... I think I'm still leaning, keeping Knock. Just because Stone Edge... It gives me more rock coverage, I guess, but if I need rock damage, I've got Hamilton and I've got, Lycanroc. And if I need the bulk... I'm leaning just keeping, like... I wager that Nox utility is more valuable. Same with Liquidation's, like, consistency. I'll give myself, like, 2 minutes to see if I get a response. But I doubt I will, and if I don't... then I'm just gonna say, okay, I'm not grabbing it. I will say, I thought I was out of moves to learn for Costa. But apparently not. I guess I kept it under leveled specifically at 57, so I didn't have to make this choice yet. Okay, I didn't get an answer. I'm just gonna get rid of Stone Edge. I think Knockoff is more valuable as utility than Stone Edge is for damage. It's close though. It's close for me. I'm gonna get rid of Stone Edge. I think the utility of Knockoff will be more useful generally. Yeah. Even if Stone Edge... Like, Stone Edge is definitely still... Like, it's a worthy consideration. Absolutely. Okay. Then, what did we need? We needed... Let's see. We're gonna go... Persim on Prima. We're gonna go... Let's see, it is Mystic Water. It's at the bottom here because I used it recently. On Grants. And that's it. We need to do one more thing. And that one thing is we need to pre-damage. The pre-damage needs to be done to Ampy. See where Ampy is. Slot 2. And we need to pre-damage Ampy to 182. This was specifically to stay in a range for, I believe, Flapple's moves. There was like some... It was like some middle ground between Flapple's moves and like still being healthy enough for Mantine's moves. Something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like that. Like, it's just 9 HP that I'm missing. It's... Let's see. I think I know... I think I do remember. It was like... Right. No, it was specifically so that if there's a hazard set up, that Mega Ampharos always baits Dragon Rush. Something like that, I think. But still is high enough to where it's not 2 KO'd by Mantine for some reason. I don't remember the specifics. I don't remember the specifics. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. It's like 9 HP I'm missing anyway, so it's not like it's an awful lot. Okay. Up we go. Up we go, up we go, up we go. And bike, 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 bike. This is always like... And off the bike we need to go again. We're almost there though. Like, I think after, like, as we step up, we might be able to see the Weather Institute. Anyway. We are battle ready, and I need to make sure that I show that. We are battle ready. So, the concessions we made for this fight. Surprisingly, we needed to do some investments here. We used a skill to give Salazzle here, Roxy, Encore. Great move, and we'll first show its colors here, most likely. We also need to level up Grant, who you'd prefer to keep underleveled for, like, move baiting. That's a general principle, by the way. It's not just for your Protect Mons, but Protect Mons is doubly so. Anyway, we're gonna lead with Melee, and as we go, this fight might lead into one of 4 different directions. We will see. Double check if I missed anything. Those 3 have items, that is correct. Those 3 should have correct items as well. I know I did give them the right ones. Those did not need an item. Here we go. The vast sky holds untold promise. Nothing can compare to the sheer exhilaration of flight. Okay. I mean, being able to fly is cool. I believe that. Skarmory. As it's the first turn out, this Skarmory with double hazards, Whirlwind and Brave Bird, is gonna most likely click one of those hazards. Sadly, there was not much we could do about that, so we're gonna just Volt Switch right on out and see what happens. This deals about between 60 and 75-ish%, but never over 75. Specifically because we need to make sure that Skarmory did not get into Cuss-Step barrier range. That is at 25% and below. It could still happen if we crit. If that were the case, that's fine. We're gonna go to Grant. Grant can take the Brave Bird that Skarmory might click. It can take the... and it has priority in case that happens. Now, it didn't happen. We saw no crit, so we know that he's above 25%. He used Stealth Rock, so we need to keep that in mind. There are Stealth Rocks on the field. But we, thanks to the Swift Swim that Caracosta has, are barely faster. This was the main reason we needed to level Grant. Now, Liquidation outspeeds and kills the Skarmory, and we are at full HP. We are now on line 2C. That means, right now, Pikachu should come in, and it will want to click Thunder. There we go, Pikachu. Because Pikachu sees a kill with Thunder. We don't want it to KO us with Thunder, so we're going to go to Melee. Melee can take that Thunder just fine. It's not afraid of a paralysis or anything. Alright, that's done. So now, Pikachu's highest damaging move every single time is Fly. That means Grant can come in on that Fly, while Pikachu goes up in the air. Now normally, we should be scared of him click Thunder, but we know what it's gonna do this turn. This was specifically why we can go back to Grant. Because Grant, despite being still slower, that actually is a good thing right now, because we can just Liquidation it for kill after Fly hits us. Fly cannot paralyze us, it's not bounce, it cannot flinch us, it's not Sky attack. So liquidation just kills it after this fly. At 134 HP, that should mean that Mantine comes in clicking Hidden Power Grass. Right? Yep. There's Mantine. He's faster than us thanks to his own swift swim, and he sees a kill. That's a scary kill, so we are gonna go to Elisa. We wanted to make sure that Ampy came in on specifically Hidden Power Grass, or just like nothing. And now we wanted to make sure that he stays above. Okay, that's how we Mega. Good. From here, we Mega Evolve Ampharos, while Mantine thinks, oh hey, Scald is the highest damaging move, so we can just Scald it. Side note, the reason we could not just bring Elisa in, like, plainly, or lead with it to KO the Skarmory through Sturdy, was because Mantine would then click Hurricane on us and potentially confuse us. This way, we deny any confusion chance and are not scared of that just backfiring massively. Anyway, Discharge kills. And we are slower, so we're gonna take a Scald. That's fine. So long as we stay above 34 HP, we are good. And I believe that's already the case. I think only with like a crit burn that might have come into play. But in practice, no. Alright. One more. And we've found the line where this is just safe, which is good. Alright, Flapple. Flapple is gonna click Dragon Rush on us. He sees a kill that way. We've got an immunity in Lana, so we go to Lana. Sadly, after the rocks, I want to make sure that I say correctly. Flapple from here is going to click one of two moves: Substitute or Grab Apple. Grab Apple may see a kill, is likely to see a kill even, so it's very likely for it to click that. If that's the case, alright, good. Regardless, Roxy can take the Grab Apple and has Encore in case he substitutes. That is why we needed the Encore. So in case he substitutes, we can punish that. The rocks are annoying, but not a big deal. Eventually, we didn't quite need the Encore, but that's fine. It's still a good investment. Finally, Salazzle can outspeed and KO with Sludge Bomb. Alright. There were like some slight risks. I believe there was like it's basically like crits that I was kind of afraid of. Most of the time, I was basically good. Okay. We have one more fight, and that's her. We're gonna quickly run back. And by quickly, I mean slowly and painfully, because that's just the name of what happens here. I have 2 jokes, and that's it. Jump, jump, jump. I couldn't jump into water? You're kidding me? And down we go further. And we made it back to Mauville. One more fight, and that's all I'm gonna do for today because it's already 20 to midnight. I expected this to take 2 hours. I got sidetracked and this takes 3 hours, but that's fine. We have this fight upcoming. It's against, let me grab the team sheet. Parasol Lady Coco. the last one, and Coco here specifically is still gonna use the rain. And this is the scary one. The main one that actually used the rain really effectively. Thankfully, we are prepared for it. The line we have is as follows. We are gonna be using... Where is my... There he is. Let's grab the team. We're gonna be using Amoonguss. We're gonna be using Berserker. We're gonna be using Hawlucha. Pardon me. Poppy. Janine. Like, still a really bad choice naming that Janine, but whatever. Then we have Ramos, Lana, and Silent. Let's also grab items, except yours. You and you and yours and yours as well. Okay. We need to do a little bit of leveling. We need to bring Silent up to 62. 61. 62. We need to bring Janine up to 65. And we need Bruno to 65. We also need to give some items. We give an Aspear to Poppy. We give a Citrus to Lana. We give a Rost to Ramos. And a Citrus to Janine as well. As you can tell, we don't really need damage. We just need survivability. Finally, we need to pre-damage Sceptile, so slot 6 to 120. And with that, we should be ready. Let's go, and into the fray we go, into the grass, out of the grass, onto the water, and up, and through the bike path, through the grass, on the bike we go up, I just hope to enter the Weather Institute today. I believe I don't need to be scared of fights like straight going in there, right? Okay. So we need to lead with Janine. And everything else is just for later. Oh, we also need to give a Citrus to Bruno. I forgot to do that, evidently. Okay. So, we're gonna lead with Amoonguss. I'm gonna quickly do a, double check. If everything I've written down is correct, you know? If I bring him to 65, save those changes. Amoonguss and Berserker, Primarina, Torterra. Where's the last two? Hawlucha. This guy can go into trash now. Avalug is now what I actually have. And Sceptile. There we go. Sceptile needs to be at 62. This is important for later. First off, Amoonguss against Barraskewda. Liquidation. He's gonna Psychic Fangs. That's never gonna kill, because a crit never kills me. Giga Drain in return kills and heals me back a bit. That should bait in Jinx every single time, even on a crit, I believe. No, on a crit, Psychic Fangs, no, with the Citrus Berry, so that's another, like, 25%. It should basically, like, the conclusion was Jinx was gonna come in. And Jinx always sees a kill with Freeze Dry or Psychic. Berserker takes both, and Bullet Punch kills it. That will bait in Roserade, clicking Weather Ball. We can go to Amoonguss, and if the HP is too low, we sack it. And that requires like 2 high roll crits. Then we pivot to Hawlucha on the non-Weather Ball. And he always lives. Like, the only thing he doesn't live is Weather Ball, but if he comes in on Sludge Bomb or Grass Knot, it's fine. And then Dual Wing Beat kills, or Acro. No, Dual Wing Beat just kills. Then that will bait in, let's see, that be Rotom Wash that comes in. Clicks Random Move. And that is from where we go to Tort and have like a line from there. Okay, but at worst, what's gonna happen is a sack from Janine that requires 2 high roll crits. If that doesn't happen, we're good. And if it does happen, it's a fine sack. It's not really the biggest deal to lose. We got like everything that Amoonguss currently does for us, others do better. Generally speaking. Like Torterra does Amoonguss' job mostly better, and the poison side of things, I have Salazzle. I'm okay losing them on here. It's a risk I'm willing to take. So let's see if that risk actually comes into play. Double check that I didn't do anything wrong here. The items wise, Aspire, Citrus, Rost, Citrus, none, 62, 120, and everything else at full HP. Yeah, okay, I double checked everything. All right, let's see if those risks come into play. Here we go. Wherever and whenever I may be, I always have my Parasol in hand. It's more like an umbrella now, but yeah. Parasol Lady Coco. Sent in Barraskewed. In the rain, Barrascuda is faster than everything we have. Bar none. And Barrascuda here is going to click Psychic Fangs. That Psychic Fangs I can take just fine. Even on a crit, I never die. In return, I have Giga Drain, and Giga Drain is guaranteed to KO it. We just don't want to... Preferably, we don't see a crit. Okay. That removes all risk from this fight already. Because we're basically going up to almost full. With this Oko... Yeah, 231. So like 5 of max HP. We're good. Am I in the... Okay, we are gonna go back to our Battle Ready stage. This is what I get for putting the battle screen in front of my Streamlabs. Anyway, Jinx here sees a kill with Psychic or Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry is a range, Psychic is not. Poppy can take both. Being a Steel type, it's just kind of resisting both of the moves. Now, Jinx does have Substitute and Lovely Kiss, but because it saw a kill, it wouldn't click those anyway. With the Rain Dish, Dry Skin, it basically denies the Life Orb. We don't care, Bullet Punch is a one-shot. Boom, bye, next. And at 115 HP, Roserade doesn't guarantee a kill onto Weather Ball. but it might as well. So it should Weather Ball, and if it doesn't, it Sleep Powders. We're gonna go to Janine, who can take the Weather Ball and the Sleep Powder. And in doing so, bait the Sludge Bomb specifically. That's even better. Unironically, I'm kind of considering just staying in for a turn, but no, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick to the plan. We're going to go to Bruno and not talk about this potential switch of the line. Sludge Bomb deals 50 to 60%, and even if there was a crit and a poison, the Citrus Berry would keep us out of KO range. Now, neither was there, so this is just kind of good. And Acrobatics here is a guaranteed kill. Dual Wing Beat is as well, but we're just going to Acrobatics anyway. Oh, I think I know why I needed this specifically this way. Because Dual Wing Beat wasn't a guaranteed kill, that was with Sharp Beak. Gotcha. Okay, now, anyway, doesn't matter. 2 more to go. Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash is gonna click a random move between all of Hydro Pump, Thunder, and Volt Switch. Ramos can take all of those all right. It cannot take the Hydro Pump all too well, but it could Volt Switch, which was the main thing we wanted to see happen. Now, it is guaranteed to click Hydro Pump. And the idea we have here is if it was going to use an electric move, we just KO it with Wood Hammer. He's going to Will-O-Wisp me, that's fine. For that, we have a Rossberry. There he goes. Your Will-O-Wisp did nothing, buddy. Wood Hammer, and that is just a clean one-shot. The recoil kind of hurts, but it's fine. Nothing we're too afraid of. This is gonna click it's gonna be the Phenomon Gudra. Gudra is gonna click one of 3 moves: Dragon Claw, Aqua Tail, and Curse. We are gonna go to Lana, who resists, is immune, and can Encore. So all 3 of those moves are bad for hit. And it's gonna be Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail is the worst outcome, but it's a fine outcome. Lana here can Moonblast twice for kill. Okay. Moonblast. And 1 more to go, and then we're done. Now, Gudra might rest here. If he does, yeah, we're just stuck in the loop, you know? So, let's see. Rest. Yeah. You want to try and survive, I know. But you're not going to. I have equal amount of Moonblast PP compared to your Rest PP. I believe. I don't know what the PP is on both of those, actually. But it should be equal, if not better, for me. No, I have more, so it's fine. Okay, we're just going to be stuck in this loop for a while. Moonblast until he no longer rests. Come on. Rest again. There we go. Finally. That was a high roll crit kill. We were going to win eventually anyway. In hindsight, I probably didn't need to give a Citrus to him. We made it! It's the Weather Institute, which should have a bet for us to rest in. And that's a good segue to what I'm going to do myself as well. It's almost midnight. I got through all the fights I had prepared. I do not have the next one prepared, and it's late. I'm going to go to bed. I think everyone that hopped in for a little bit, all 4 of you, 5 of you if you count the one that was just like a spammer. Anyway, For the next time, I don't know when next time is going to be. Maybe tomorrow already, because tomorrow night my wife still has night shift and I've got a free evening. Like no volleyball, no nothing. So I might just work on this for a bit. I'll see. Regardless, thanks everyone that joined in. Thanks everyone that popped up. And until next time, see you around. Bye.